with it.
My bad, bro.
Yeah, I gotta flop it. Too much invested, hella optimistic. Swerve. Yeah, I'm sticking to the curve. Riding through the 3, I drop her off on my nerves. That's a curve. Fuck the gimmicks, we ain't got it slanted. When the cut throw you a patriot like something spinning. Taking nothing for granted and keeping 10 planted. Bitch, I'm taking nothing for granted and keeping 10 planted.
Paramedic stretch around until I stretch him out. Empty the desert out. Left his brains all on his leather couch. Rolex bezel, 80 grand, put it the bezel out. That true story, that's a true story. Level house. Get this, pull your shovel out. Strawberry swisher, pineapple kush. I just rolled up another ounce. Never met your bitch pussy, but I met her mouth. She had me all over her time, so she wouldn't let me out. Hey, what he bout? What he bout? What I said about? That chopper hit you like a basketball, your head bounce. I sure it counts. 50,000 in my bread account.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to homie Scooney.
Yeah, man.
Okay, we in there then.
All right, so we going? We live?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Microphone check, microphone check. Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of Rello. That's Rello.
Hey, 4 times the genius, 4runner.com, man. You know what's up.
And this is a Point Proven podcast, and we have a special guest in the building. A lyricist at that. One of my favorite artists. I play that song Get It practically every day. Either at work, going to work, or shit on my way leaving work. Either way it gets played. Man working hard, putting together, doing great things. So ladies and gentlemen, I give you Scooney.
What's that?
So how's it been going, bro?
Good, man. Chilling.
Just been chilling. You just got done with a show on 420. How was that going? How was that?
It was lovely. Linking with all the, the artists and artists I've heard, coming up in the game, respected for many years, and just being able to share the same stage.
Was there anybody there that you hadn't met before?
Never met Twansack before. There was some artists from KC and Oklahoma, I think, and we linked, and they was, putting on a real dope show. So
that's real. That's real. Is there going to be any Scooney features or anything in the future?
Yeah, if we organically get to it, at shows like that, it's a little overwhelming, just networking.
I think a Scooney Big Sam track would sound crazy.
I got a song with Sam on the 4th quarter. We got a track together, but yeah, we definitely need some newer shit.
Some new.
For sure. I love the way Sam cuts,
Hey, he's got a new album coming out, so shout out to Big Sam.
Yeah, shout out Sam. He don't compromise his work. I've always respected him, and definitely he gives me some jewels every time we link.
Word. So let's get right into it. Who is Scooney? Where you originally from?
I'm from Wichita, the 3.
Born and raised.
Hey. Air Cat.
That's what's up. So, what part of Wichita where you living?
Pretty much southeast side, Parents is from the north side, Minnesota, Madison block. They did the typical move to the east side apartments. High Point East was probably the first apartments that I could recollect. Cherry Hills, and then we moved to Belmont block. Probably around 3rd grade.
Yeah, you grew up in Wichita.
Block over from the hilltop, so that's where I'm at.
That's real. So where did the name Scooney come from?
Scooney came from a basketball player from Ohio State back in probably 99, 98, 2000, Scooney Penn. When me and my nigga first started rapping.
Ohio State University.
Yeah, Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm not a fan. I was a North Carolina fan, but I was just a fan of, great athletes, period. But
Word.
Around 5th grade when we started rapping and we were playing basketball together, we formed the Midwest Ballers. So we rapped, we balled, we were Midwest Ballers.
MWB.
So being Scooney Penn, he balled in the Midwest. I dig the name, and
You've had the same rap name since the 5th grade?
Yes, and I never felt like I wanted to compromise it and change, you know what I'm saying? If to me, that's like, covering a tattoo or something. Even if it's bad, just
Keep it.
That was the name when I said, "Yo, I'm a rapper." You know, that's the love I got. So
And that's what they
that
remember.
always,
you for.
that's always gonna remember.
Yeah. So them trash verses that you
All
had
that
like
shit,
back then, they sitting way back.
Yeah,
When
all
you look
that
up
shit,
Scooney,
rap.
they somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta,
the same name. You gonna
gotta
find
start.
it.
Yeah, you gotta start terrible, man. Even though you thinking you the best in the world, and like you gotta, you just gotta build that confidence.
Everybody starts somewhere.
Facts.
When did you start to think, all right, I'm getting good and I'm about to take this serious?
I mean, we took it serious early, but I wasn't really the rapper though. Like my homeboy, he was just incredible all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of fell back and I wasn't confident. Yeah, it just came natural to him. So I kind of like studied more. Like, you know, back then, like a lot of people were rapping on the internet and putting their whole verses on the internet and double entendres and motifs and shit like that. And like I just wasn't ready yet to jump in that pond. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Just living basically, you know, just going through life as a young nigga, you know, out of
Building
high
that
school.
story.
You know, after that probably that's when I took it serious. You know,
Yeah.
like man, let me put this shit together and just being surrounded by some niggas like yo, you nice, like. You know, that just kind of built my confidence.
Real. Would you even say though, like, would you consider yourself taking your music serious right now?
Not as serious as I should because, you know, I see a lot of people that, you know, put in a lot of work, you know, but I do take it real serious. Like with my craft, like I don't compromise like, you know, what I'm putting out or like I think about this shit for a long time before I drop something or, you know, put it together. It's always a concept behind it. It's not just, yo, throwing a beat and I just want to rap. Like I really have to go through something or be motivated by something to produce something that I feel worth putting out.
Yeah, and you have to make sure it's, you know, done right. You know what I'm saying? Like
It has to make sense.
You're a creator. You're not just a person that just raps and does it just to rap. You know
I
what I
just
mean?
feel like
Like
you shouldn't compromise your art.
Yeah. You seem like you're very cautious of what you put out and who you work with or whatnot. You're like really, not to say picky, but you're particular in certain areas.
I am because I just feel like musically, I just want it to be organic. Like the relationship, like we have to have some kind of relationship, or it has to be perfect fit for me to feel like it's quality to me. Like I just, even though I might think you're dope, like a hell of an artist, like I just, you know, if we did a song together and we just
it has to be organic.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have no.
I like that.
Exactly.
I like that.
So you know, that's somewhat what I'm picky about.
Yeah, anybody can just get together, make a song, and just make it whatever about you. You want to, you know what I'm saying, build a relationship with that person, kind of have an idea, and then like you guys get into the studio and cook together.
Exactly.
And
So he
real.
knows. I know exactly where he's coming from because I know his background. He knows exactly what I'm talking about because he knows my background. You know, shit like that.
Who do you like to work with as far as the production?
My brother Plain J to me is, you know, his beats are incredible. He's gonna produce my album, the first album. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely dig a lot of local producers. I just haven't worked with them yet, but I definitely will reach out this year and get
It's
some
always
local
good.
production.
Now's the time, man.
Link with SC Trill at the 420 shit. I'm definitely gonna be hitting him up and see what I could do on some of his shit.
That'd be dope.
That's
That'd
gonna be
real
hard.
dope.
That's
That'd
gonna be
real
hard.
dope. So, in the
MWB, Music Without Boundaries.
Music Without Boundaries, you guys had a mixtape,
Takeover, first tape.
first tape. What was it like creating that project?
It was new. It was a learning process. It was a bumpy ride.
Was that your first project that you worked on? That you were like put in?
First, like studio wise, like yo, we in the studio, like we're gonna release it. We're gonna do cover art, like you know, a real project, not just rapping in the basement on the computer, like for the homies. Like that was the first thing, and we learned a lot. But it was good having 5 of us together because we got to piece up on studio time, you know, from top to bottom. But it was still a learning process. Like we didn't know nothing about nothing pretty much. So sometimes we would go to the studio unprepared and be wasting money and
I'm glad we learned all that shit.
doing songs that would never see the light of day, that you know would just be stuck on somebody's hard drive forever, like shit like that. So
Right. So you had Murray, AC, JP and LT Ray.
Yeah, LT. That's a Chinaman son from Two Live Crew. That
Word. So, out of all these gentlemen, you know what I'm saying, who's the best MC? Who's
Plain, like I said, Plain J Jamal is the best. He's my favorite rapper. Period. Like, you know what I'm saying. Like we were talking about, like making music with people you know has organ. Like when I hear him, like I know this nigga. I grew up with this nigga, so I understand his perspective on life. So when he's saying shit that might go over people's heads, like it'd be crazy. Then how you know what I'm saying? Then how effortlessly he raps, like so that you know.
So I gotta hear
he's
him.
definitely the cream of the crop of the group. Like as far as rapping, like I said, like I studied rap under Jamal, and you know really, you know, got my legs up under before I was confident on that level. But
That's real. So I counted on altogether you had 7 mixtapes. That sound about accurate?
Without Takeover, it's about 7. But Victory, the fourth quarter was a double mixtape, so about 7, 8.
What's your favorite Scooney project to date?
Probably the V tape, because to me I was just in pocket lyrically, like it's real to the point.
And I told you that was my favorite one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it probably went over a lot of heads, but you know I love that track, and got my favorite athlete on the cover, like different symbolisms within it is why it's the V tape. So it's a real organic project. I did 3 videos for it in the same week when I dropped it, and you know just a lot of creativity behind it.
Yeah, that's real.
I plan on doing another one.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's real. What's the process like of Scooney in the studio? Like working on a project, what's the studio vibe?
Well, now I already know what I'm doing when I get there, so it's pretty much shit. I'll get in there, pull the beat up, knock it out in 5 minutes or less, and let you know Craig do his thing. You know, let him go to work, and I'm just sitting there chilling, talking about some social media shit or some, you know, crazy shit about the world, and just, you know, drinking, chilling.
That's what's up.
Play back shit.
That's what's up. So, you said like y'all be talking about social things and everything like that. So, do you have any comment on how Kanye's been acting?
I just think he's bored. Like it's kind of a genius complex. Like once you feel like you've done everything, like you can release Scooby Boop and a CD with no cover and maybe 1 song or 2 songs, but it's still better than maybe another artist's full CD. You know, so I just think he's bored, and he knows he has our attention. So, you know.
So he's just trolling in other words.
It's a different kind of motivation. I mean, like, they do kind of go crazy, I think. Like, once you accomplish so much, like, he literally could probably go down as the GOAT. You know, just, you know, as his resume. Look at Michael Jackson, and, you know, just seeing how he kind of checked out. Like, I'm not saying Kanye's just lost his mind, like his marbles, but it's just like he may be thinking so freely. His perspective is just somewhere that we're not comfortable ourselves thinking like that. I get him though, like, you know what I'm saying. I get what he's doing, and
I just think that he has an idea of something and he says it, but he doesn't like think more into like what exactly he's saying. Like he doesn't. If you have a conversation with Kanye, like he'll tweet something, and you'll be like, what the fuck? Because that's the issue though with messages, like with text messages, is that when you send a message, you can't really understand exactly what a person's saying. Everything. When I talk to you 1-on-1, I guarantee it would make more sense and we could elaborate together.
Exactly. And that's
but like with Kanye, it's like everything that he's saying.
Defend the shit out this thing.
No, I'm not about to defend the nigga. It's like everything that he's saying is clear. Niggas just don't like to hear shit about themselves.
Kanye 2024.
Kanye 2020, nigga.
But that's realistic when you have Trump in office.
4 times 2020.
Hell no.
It kind of make the political race comical when you know you elect Donald Trump. So yeah, Kanye's like looking back like, yeah, fuck yeah, I can run for president. Fuck yeah, the first lady can have shit on Pornhub. my little kid can watch the first lady get caught. So that's just the world we live in. You know, look at Childish Gambino video, like that literally is the world we live in. Like,
How'd you feel about that video?
It's dope as fuck. Like,
there's so much shit in that video.
I just see somebody posted a video of Exhibit today too, though, and it was kind of like the same shit, but it literally shows you like no matter the times, like this is just reality for us.
Yeah.
Like
all this shit's going on, but we're not focused on the main shit. What we need to be focused on the most.
exactly, I think it was a parody. It was a lot of sarcasm in it.
Yeah.
You know, well, you know, the lyrics were kind of like, you know, just, you know, basically non-existent because the imagery was so, you know, so much depth involved. It was literally showing like, yo, we're so focused on all this bullshit when all this reality is happening all around us.
Too busy.
at all
This is
times.
America.
Exactly.
It's crazy if you listen
Guns
to
in my ear.
if you listen to that song though, just the song,
That shit's hard.
it's
It's hard
hard.
as fuck.
Yeah, because it's the beat. Then you like
The
it
soul,
just,
the church
just
shit,
out here,
the
just
trap shit, you
Yeah,
know,
just-
everything you want.
you
like,
got Thug in the background with the ad
Everything
libs.
in
You
the
got
fucking,
21 Savage.
So is it safe
the
to say
church
that
shooting.
this is his best
How
song?
to do like a white boy can come into a black church and just dance with us and then whip out the thing and you know shoot the whole thing up. It's like literally putting that right in our face and we just carry on. Like nothing changes about that shit. So
That was a dope video.
hell yeah.
And I think
And it sparked the conversation too.
I think there was more like when you were just talking about the shooting whatever at the church for the choir or whatever.
Yeah.
I think there's like 3 different elements that you could talk about that. Like there's like you could talk about the South Carolina shooting or whatever at the church,
Yeah.
but then you could also say that you know someone told me they were like, was that you? You was like the first thing I saw when I saw that shit was we need to get rid of religion.
Yeah.
That we need to eliminate religion.
Yeah.
Then somebody
That's what I took from it.
yeah, then there was somebody else that told me that you have to that basically like what you're used to, you kind of have to eliminate that or whatever and start fresh
Yeah.
and like have your own
Oh,
whatever.
that is
Kind of
real
like that
dope. is real
Thanos,
dope. I like that.
that necessary evil. Back to that is like
Yeah, if something's broke, you know,
Yeah.
you gotta start anew, man. Shit, quit trying to fix something that's broke. Like this literally is America that we can't fix with these same policies. Shit, we're not gonna have a base on our table and the shit fall off, and we trying to glue this shit together. Like somebody get
facts.
their ass whooped. We talk about it, learn from our mistakes, and how not to break the base again. But we gotta
Yeah.
go get a new base.
My only question about the video is, you know, because I watched the video probably a good 15 times. My only question is, why was he running at the end of the video?
Trying to run from all that shit.
He was running from the
Like, because they all were trying to run from America, like, and it's crazy. Like, okay, the video was in a fucking warehouse, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they literally like trapped within all of this. They're like trying to look for a way out, and there literally is no way out. So you're literally like.
That's the first time I heard that
The
too.
first time I saw it, I took it as because right before that happens, he sparks up a blunt.
Yeah.
Everybody was happy and celebrating around you and shit like that. After he sparked the blunt, all of a sudden
He was
shit went
killing
bad.
people, but it was like a good few. I'm not gonna say a minute, but like in video time or whatever, it was a good minute in between him sparking that blunt and then him running.
It was a couple seconds.
He sparked the joint and he hit it once and he fucking threw the shit.
Because as soon as he
I
sparked
was
it,
mad
he got on
wasted
top.
all that shit.
He
I
got on
said
top.
that exact same
As
shit.
soon as he sparked it, he got on top of the car and he started dancing.
Yeah.
And SZA was right there or
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
So it was like your victory blunt.
Yeah.
And then
Somebody
all
told
of
me
a sudden,
Kendrick Lamar was in the video and Kanye West was in the video. Did y'all
I did not
I
see
didn't
that
catch
shit.
that shit, but that shit would be.
And then I kind of heard them. I thought, like, I heard different artists. That's why.
Well, yeah, like the ad-libs is
they had
crazy
Young
in the
Thug,
song.
They had
I've
Migos,
seen
they
Big
had
Sean,
Savage,
okay.
Big Sean.
So I want to say Post.
He's on all of his light shit. Look, this next album gonna be crazy.
That Childish Gambino, yeah, that shit's gonna be crazy.
Have y'all ever listened to a full Childish album?
Yeah,
Hard?
yeah.
No, I haven't.
I'll say this. I listen to more
To me, he is
mixtapes.
talented.
See, because I'm not going to argue with it, but I didn't really. Childish has always been hard, but I wouldn't say I was a Childish fan until Redbone.
I've listened to more
Redbone is
mixtapes.
fucking nuts.
Hold on, I can't think of the names. I'm talking about all that shit.
Redbone.
I didn't even know that was him when I first heard Redbone. I was like, man, this is a dope ass song. And it's like, yo, this is Childish. Just like, man, okay.
Yeah.
It was really super creative.
Yeah, like.
Okay, so he had a project or whatever. It was called Cowie, right? and it was basically like a mixtape. But then this was an album. He had a mixtape. I forgot what it was called, but it matched the project.
Yeah.
So basically, he did a mixtape, and it was an introduction, a whole introduction, and then he did the album.
Got real deep concepts, like,
right?
You really gotta follow his shit.
That guy is talented.
Yeah.
That was childish and his twin brother.
And his films and his TV show is like, man, he really got a touch on the people right now. Like,
Yeah.
You watch Atlanta?
Oh yeah, that show is real dope.
I haven't watched season 2 yet though.
No, I haven't watched season 2. I gotta sit and binge on it though.
Because
nothing is really directed like that. Nothing, the just how they interact with each other. Like you can't find another show like that.
No, not at all. I gotta stay
It
away.
even looks different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta keep away from that show because the one nigga that's kind of dumb or whatever in that show.
From Get Out.
Yeah, my wife like love that nigga.
Oh yeah.
So like, it'd be like I'll be ready to like flip tables and shit.
Did
like,
y'all watch his Breakfast Club interview?
Yeah, I did.
It was.
When he started rapping.
Charlamagne. Bro, that shit was hilarious though.
Man, that shit was funny as hell.
Oh, that's class.
Scooney, who's your favorite rapper of all time?
Of all time, I mean, it just really depends on what
Name
day
five.
it is. Tupac,
doing this,
Nas,
so good.
Jay-Z, Biggie, Eminem. Is that 5?
That's definitely fun.
Yeah, that's 5.
I kind of combine Tupac and Biggie, Nas and Jay-Z. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so
That makes sense.
So, me and Four Times, what we usually do is we take Biggie and Pac out of the equation
Okay.
because they're kind of in a whole different lane or category of their own. Don't we usually do that, Four Times?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
So-
we'll put Kanye in there and Drake Kendrick toss up for what's going on now and their resume that they are presently working on. Like both of them got classics under their belt. So
Word.
You ever had a rapper that you was a fan of, but then like you just stopped fucking with him?
as a person grows, so like maybe that lyrical content or why you were listening to him in the first place is just you outgrown.
What's that artist that you kind of you don't mention that you was bumping back in the day? That is like, okay, if the shit come on, I know the shit, but I ain't gonna be like, that was my shit.
Anything 3-6 Mafia.
That ain't bad.
I mean,
That's not
I'm just saying
embarrassing, none of that shit.
No, I'm not saying that's embarrassing because they the goats, but I'm just saying like
Example, when I was younger,
all
I
their
bought
artists under them though I listen to though. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Lil White,
yeah, all of them. Like I'm not
Project Pat.
Yeah, but I love the beat. No, Project Pat is one of my favorite rappers, so he gets.
And he's still
he's
going.
not on that list. You know what I'm saying? But I had all the Gangsta Blues albums. I had all the Lil Chats albums. Skinny Pimp, like you know what I'm saying? Coops the nigga, Lord Infamous, like anything with that stamp on it I had. But I had Yuck Mouse album. I had fucking Sebo's, Brother Lynch's. I had everything. You know what I'm saying? I had everything literally. When CD Books was out, like that's what I was on. Like
Really studying it.
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like now where you could just go through everything and you could choose whether or not fuck with it. Like it was really like a lottery ticket or something. Like niggas spend $15 and the shit either might be hot or it might be trash. You know what I'm saying?
I remember them days.
So I had everything.
I remember them days. Okay, being a Kanye fan, rank your Kanye albums.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, College Dropout.
Appreciate it. Dark Twisted Fantasy, College Dropout,
Graduation.
Graduation.
Throne, I consider that in there. I gotta throw that in there. And Pablo probably. Pablo slept on to me. He got some real dope classic shit on there.
So
Classic
Dark
material.
Twisted Fantasy is your favorite Kanye album.
That is fucking amazing.
That's an amazing album.
Amazing.
I think that's a common consensus when it comes to Kanye.
It is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him and Kim Kardashian. to
That
get
was my
divorced.
Kool-Aid Kush time. I listen, I'm smoking in the room, listening to that shit all day. Like this shit is a masterpiece.
When him and Kim Kardashian get a divorce, that album's gonna be amazing.
Exactly, because that's Amber
The
Rose time. So
disrespect.
it's like,
That's when, because
disrespect.
Blame Game,
Exactly.
bro, on Blame Game at the end,
Yeah.
when Chris Rock is talking, who's saying Yeezy taught me?
that's what I'm
Shit.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like that shit is
Yeah.
classic.
He was for real, like in his, like he was hurt.
Yeah.
You really gotta go through something, and if you're
Run away?
if you're not scared to expose what you're going through, you're gonna create some classic material.
Man,
That's a big
Power.
That's a big fact. I'm just saying that the disrespect to say
Flashing lights.
Devil in a new
him
dress.
and Raekwon on the track.
the whole album.
That shit is nuts. Saha's verse,
The whole
So
album, I
called-
just chopped the screw that shit too.
it's nuts. The
Saha's
production.
verse. When I go, because now I'm a Saha fan because of
Yeah.
his recent
Yeah.
project.
Yeah.
So now when I go
Oh, yeah.
back and listen to Saha, I'm like,
It's
damn,
like, you know,
you
he
was
been
right
here.
there the whole
He been
time.
here. Yeah, he been
and you
here.
never realized
He
that
been
shit.
here. That nigga's been here.
No Dope on Sundays go hard.
That shit is
That shit
yeah,
go hard.
that's up there.
It was a blessing. That shit came out right after Big Chris album. Oh my god! So it was like I got
I
that.
sleep
Then I
on
got
Crit a
that
lot.
shit.
I respect Crit a lot. I just
A lot of
sleep
people sleep on
his
Crit.
projects, you know, but he always produces dope shit. So
Always
Crit
produces
is a
dope
monster.
shit. Do you consider yourself possibly like that type of artist? Like you get into your own box, like when you like
Yes.
letting that go,
Yeah, like you mean as far as like just
creating.
Yeah, I mean, it's you can't just do it at all times.
You
Like,
got your own vibe and
Yeah,
shit.
you gotta live a little bit. Like to me, I gotta go through some shit. I gotta experience and take in life a little bit, and then
Build
like
that story.
that shit'll be like boiling water. Like I'll get in. I could just mass produce shit. I could write just songs daily. Like just
Word.
that's what. And then when it's time to go to the lab, I'm already ready. Like I got shit to knock out. Like,
So what's the new Scooney project gonna sound like? Because you said when you record when like stuff like is happening in your life. Like I'm not saying it has to be like something like it not necessarily like something tragic happens or something like that. It's just like something like no matter what, something's going on in life that makes you feel a way, and like that's when
it's
you
gonna
release.
be a lot of just my perspective on shit, like really like stepping outside the box, like looking at it, from my point of view, having conversations with my niggas and like, just really feeling comfortable with how we view things and like, not giving a fuck and relaying that on the music.
That's real. That's real. That's real. So when are we gonna get new Scooney music?
Definitely this summer for sure.
Definitely this summer.
This summer for sure. June, July, I'll start cooking and dropping shit.
Sounds like you've been working a lot though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you plan on working with any more artists in the city?
Definitely, I love local artist shit. So I just want it to be organically, so the music can come out right.
Is there anybody in mind that you like? I hear them and I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind like collaborating with you right now.
I've collaborated with really my last mixtape. I collaborated with a lot of people, but I definitely like Smooth. Me and Lucid is always collaborating.
I think of Scooney and Drix. Drake was
Drake's last project is real dope. I downloaded that on iTunes and I like. Man, she be out here working.
Heavy.
Like she be out here working. Like I respect her hustle and her grind. She record where I record too. So
that's dope.
she be on her shit and
That's dope.
she be throwing me little alley oops here and there. So yeah, shout out to Drake's for sure.
Oh, that's real. That's real. Well, shit. What's 2018 looking like for you right now?
Man, busy, man. I got so many projects that I want to drop. I just hope I'm able to, get all these shits done and line them up how I want to, and so it's all perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I've been in the studio, every week, so I'm working. So I'll just create that big bag and piece through it and put something together.
I meant to ask you too. So, I'm sorry. You're a father, and you're also you're Scooney.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what's it like, balancing the two? You know what I'm saying? As far as regular life, you know what I'm saying, with the kids. And everything.
I give it to them real. They're my little men. Like my youngest, he's little Scoon. You know what I'm saying? But not just forcing it upon him. Like that's both of my sons are. They got me in them. So you know what I'm saying. I give it to them exactly how it's gonna be as a black man growing up out here. So
100%.
It's easy for me. I let them show the ups and the downs, the good and the bad.
100%.
So they could be ready. I love it though. To me, ain't nothing better than being a dad. You know, I
That's
feel
a
like
fact.
everybody should experience. Every man should experience that shit. Like,
Shout out all the good fathers out there.
yeah,
man.
being a dad, man, you won't find nothing better doing it in your lifetime. Period. Not making money, not pussy, none of that shit. It's raising your seed, man.
That's a big fact.
It's a beautiful feeling. You in the Get It video, brother, you getting out of bed. Well, you're not getting out of bed, but you in your room and shit, getting your shirt on.
We just chilling.
And you got on a blue shirt, and then you walk into the living room and you got bloods all around you.
I mean, just some of my friends,
and then you know what I'm saying.
Your acquaintances.
I mean, they're wearing red. I'm sorry, I hate to stereotype and say because they're wearing red, they're bloods, but you know what I'm saying, they're wearing red at the time. And then you go outside and you're wearing
allegedly.
the
I didn't
hat.
tell them to wear anything, you know. So.
And you're wearing the hat. And it's a blue hat. It's the Cubs hat.
The C is for certified. You know, usually the hats I wear got a C, either the red or the blue. The C is for certified. You know, that's just our click or whatever.
I just want to tap in with you. Like, I appreciate you and talk more about what the message is, because it's not just like
it's the really cut shit. You know, I wanna merge them together, because to me I got both sides are the same to me. So
yeah,
it's no reason why I can't do a video or get people to interact that are basically the same. Like, you're my relative and my cousin. Like, we're all family. You know what I'm saying? We're the same niggas. So.
And with everything going on right now,
and we gotta set an example for the kids. Like, I call them Relly Cubs. You know, they're the Cubs. You know, just put the H in it. You know what I'm saying? Chicago Cubs shit. You know, just the imagery behind it. But I like to put it in their face. Like, yo, like all that color shit is bullshit. Like, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? By any means.
Isn't it? Hey. I got that shit. I got that shit. But I think that's real dope. I think that's real dope that you've thought that and that you put that out there in your art, which is really
it's
dope.
necessary.
I'm saying, you lose people behind bullshit like that. So when you're on both sides, so when you see it ain't really about nothing, like, I'll be a fool to not have a platform, no matter how big it is, and not really kick some real shit. Yeah. Especially when my son's is coming up in this bullshit. So
when you record, do you still got a cup of Kool-Aid with you?
Nah, like I said, Kool-Aid Kush, man. Like, I was really on Kool-Aid Kush like all day, every day, making that shit blowing out. And I'm a juice nigga. Like, I got the best Kool-Aid this side of the Mississippi. And anybody want to challenge, my Kool-Aid game is impeccable. Like, I got niggas that can vouch for me. It going down.
Do you do the 2 flavors?
Most definitely. I mean, if you don't use 2 flavors, you lose them. But yeah, Kool-Aid Kush, I was literally on that shit, like making that shit late night sessions, like Kool-Aid Kush. Like, man, we could definitely do that. Nah, I'm definitely planning on coming out.
That's Kool-Aid competition, bro.
I got a few challenges out there right now, so I'm my mix game is right, man. I start that Kool-Aid real proper,
Scooney and the Kool-Aid challenge. Let's get it.
That's dope. That's dope. Okay, so well, 4 times. Go ahead.
What are some tips that you can give to some up and coming artists?
Don't compromise your art, man, because it's all yours. If you feel a certain vision, it's with the sound, the visual. Don't compromise with whoever you gotta, you're working with to create it. Like, don't let time or money stop, compromise your art, you know what I'm saying? And don't be scared to, release that shit. If you got something, don't. If you think people want to hear it, or even if they don't want to hear it, let that shit out, man, and go from there.
Yeah.
Are you pro record label or independent?
I mean, right now, shit, you'd be a fool not to be independent, especially if you really popping. Like, why give the money to anybody?
That's a fact.
We're all owners. We're all entrepreneurs. Like, you are the product. Sell yourself. Like, why you need to piece up with people I mean, I do understand the springboard, like when you really on that level to, you know, they're in control. So I mean, they could put you on different platforms. So yeah, I don't knock it. You know, once you get to that level, yeah, do the label shit. But as far as, you know, you young up and coming, like that shouldn't be your objective. Yo, I'm trying to get signed. Like I'm 19, yo, I'm rapping, yo, I gotta get signed. Be like, that shouldn't be the goal. Like just make organic music. Like go through life and just make dope shit. You know.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Hopefully you
It
grab
doesn't
some
happen
hits.
like that. Like don't.
And everything will fall into its place if you stay
Yeah,
true.
you know, get out there, network, bump shoulders with niggas. Like, I mean, that's really how you gonna get in the game. Like, you gotta be out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people open doors for you, and then you kick them motherfuckers down. So,
Facts.
While you're working, does it kind of seem, or at times do you catch yourself in a depression? Somewhat, like, could you vouch? Because I was having a conversation with an artist, and he stated, he told me, he was like, he believes that majority of the artists working that are out here in general, they are depressed.
yes, I think all artists, period, and a lot of genres across the board are depressed, and music or whatever art form is a release for that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and even within that, you know, you can have times where you have writer block and, you know, you're just not motivated. Like, you know, just you got too much shit going on in real life. Like, you're just, especially for being an independent artist, like, you don't have that backing to where, like, I could go through something and, you know you're good. Like, sometimes real shit come up in music, you know, come to the background. But it always comes full circle, though, because whatever you was going through, when it is time, like, that's usually about what comes to the forefront. But
Word. Can the criticism sometimes or the expectations, can that kind of get overwhelming as an artist?
I mean, you gotta be in tune with yourself, like, period. Like, you gotta have so much confidence to where you really know what you're putting out and you're confident in it. Like, oh, this is what it is. This is my perspective. Like, either you get it or you don't. Like, I can't be out here chasing your opinions. You know what I'm saying? I can't be out here trying to please everybody, because like we was talking about earlier, like, it could be something like a piece of art that is genuinely perceived as classic, and people would be on both sides of the fence, and then you really sit back like, wow, like, how can I in my eyes be like, this is great, and you think this shit is trash? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, when you really understand that, it's like, okay, you fall back on opinions and criticism, because it's like, don't compromise your art. Either somebody's gonna connect with it and they'll get it, and other people won't.
Out of 10 people, 4 people gonna love it.
Look
4 people
at J.
gonna hate
Cole's
it, and 2
album
people gonna
dropping.
be
Like, the
fuck it.
discussion is either it's this or it's trash. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you can't jump in debates, like, and really get emotional and take that shit to heart. Like, stand on what you believe in. If you think that shit is motherfucking hot in the shit, let niggas know if niggas want to tell you otherwise. You know,
100%.
stand on it.
100%. Hey, that's real. 4 times, you got any other questions for me?
Nah, man, it was a good interview, man.
For sure, appreciate
We
it.
went over everything down there. I fuck with the Relica shit though.
Yeah,
That's
for
hard.
sure,
That's
appreciate it.
hard.
I'm gonna keep pushing that shit, and then
Yeah.
I got something for the youngins, you know, that they'll be able to keep this shit going and
We're gonna have to
keep
tap
this
in
shit
and
keep them together.
we're gonna have to tap in and set something up.
For sure.
I think it'd be really dope. But Scooney, I appreciate your time, bro.
Appreciate y'all having me, man.
I agree.
Like y'all set up, I'm gonna be tuning in, man. I'm
Appreciate it. Just words of advice. I just want you to continue to do you. Like, just keep pushing. Like, I appreciate your quality of music. I appreciate your quality of sound, your ear, your beats to your lyricism, because
And the dedication.
I don't care hearing that from one person. That's all I need to keep going.
like,
you know what I'm saying?
nowadays, this is real shit. Nowadays, anybody can rhyme.
Yeah, most definitely.
Anybody can rhyme. Thank you, ESPN. Anybody can rhyme.
Shout out ESPN away, ESPN.
Facts. But to actually have a story behind it. You spoke earlier about Illmatic being one of your favorite albums. Brother, when I hear you, I can tell, like, you listen to lyrics as well when you're listening to
That
music.
shit changed my life hearing that, you know, for the first time. You know, so it's like, oh, like, so what you're saying can really like tap into somebody.
For real.
Like, it really can have that much of an influence what somebody's saying. So it's like, yo, you gotta take that shit serious.
Bro, just a couple of your tracks can change the whole vibe. Like, on some real shit.
Yeah,
like,
I try to pull cards, man. Like, I try to, when you're hearing it, it's like, you really like, okay, like, no.
you're getting
I heard what he
qualities and
said.
different
Like, I
sounds.
could either ignore it, but, or some niggas don't want to take time to really break down what I might be saying, but I
Just
try,
keep going, bro.
Try to pierce them.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep
Oh, yeah.
going.
Appreciate it, man.
So,
Appreciate the ear.
Hey,
Most
so,
definitely.
salute to you. Salute to the whole squad. You know what I'm saying? That you
Shout
got
out Certified.
behind
Shout out MWB.
Most-
2018. Let's get it.
Most definitely. So where can they find you, Scooney?
Tidal, Spotify, iTunes, DatPiff, YouTube, Scooney, MWB usually pop up. So, and I'm cooking right now, so just be looking out for some new shit.
Be on the lookout for that hot shit, bro. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this has been an episode of Point Proven. I go by the name of Rello. That's RELLO.
4 times the genius, forerunner.com, man. You know what's up, man.
And we was here with our special guest.
Scooney.
Hey,
Ladies and gentlemen, we out.
we out.